so keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked.
That'll definitely do.
Ew. Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up, and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
We are live. Good job, Tanner. I'm proud of you for not fucking up the intro. So you can unmute now because now you're. Tanner's protesting. Tanner's protesting. So welcome to the Dropshot. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. And today I am doing a podcast by myself.
Wrong.
Wrong. Okay, I'm joined once again.
Wrong.
He's back again by
back.
By my good friend Tanner. How's life? TDS.
It's good. How are you? I don't care actually, so don't answer that.
Yeah, that made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Don't ever ask me how I am again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for the viewer and the listener experience, I will answer. I am great. And I'm ready to do a fun and exciting show this evening, which I plan on delivering. So, first of all, big shout out to the new patrons, Jay Thunda, Christine K, our first female patron, I think. So, she'll be harassed. That's a joke. Chase H, David L, Max M, and Jada Pinkett, our second female patron.
No.
Probably not, obviously. Let's go. Welcome, boys and girls, to the Patreon. Patreon.com/thedropshot. 4 bonus episodes a month and more. Patreon.com/thedropshot for details. But thank you all for the new patronage. It is much appreciated. P90T and Big D4023, change it. Thank you as well for the offline subarinos. It is much obliged. Tanner, any announcements from you?
I don't think so. I forgot to check, but I didn't think I got shit. No announcements from me. So thanks, guys.
That's unfortunate.
really appreciate that, everyone.
It absolutely should on, yeah. So
we know who the favorite host is.
Yeah, we sure as fuck do. I think since I had to take the first ever episode off, people didn't know what they had until it was gone. So now they're just showering me. Don't ever leave again.
Yeah,
don't ever miss an episode again. That's what they're saying. So
yeah, probably.
The reports are
that's what I was saying.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep it in mind. So we had a Damascus hangout last night. It was interesting. Now, as you guys know, I am a Trainwrecks TV simp. I stan Trainwrecks TV. And he's been doing like 28-hour streams of Among Us, which is a game. It's basically like this dumb, cartoony game where there's 10 people on a spaceship. 2 people are randomly selected to be imposters. They're trying to kill everyone. The other 8, the crewmates, are trying to do all their tasks before they all die to beat the level. And then you can like vote people off who you think are imposters. You can have custom rule sets, and I set the rules to the same ones Trainwrecks TV sets, but the lobbies he plays in are like, they've been playing the game forever, and we're all brand new. So the imposters are winning every time. I think Among Us has a lot of potential for the Hangouts to be fun, but we would need to invest and learn the game first. Now, Tanner, I'm getting reports that you did not have much fun. Is that... Can you confirm or deny this?
Where did you hear that? Who told you that?
Everyone.
So here's my thought on it. The game, terrible. The worst game I've ever seen created. It's fucking garbage. I have a theory. The only reason people think it's fun is because usually it's like a drinking game and they're drunk. Hey, I didn't have a sip of alcohol last night. That probably would have changed things. So I can see it being a fun game if at least 75% of the people in there are drinking. Not necessarily drunk, just drinking with an alcoholic beverage.
Right.
I could see it being fun. But sober, nah, didn't care, wasn't fun, don't care. It was just...
You need to give it a chance, dude. That's
it
the
was
problem.
only fun, I think, playing as an imposter. That's what I thought.
Well,
Now-
okay. Go ahead.
It was also, yeah. I mean, like you said, it's only got to put more hours in because I don't know the map. So everyone was like, oh, Tanner, where were you at last? I don't fucking know. A hallway. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I'm not paying attention to where I'm used to clicking on heads. Okay. I'm not paying attention to where I'm at. I don't know.
Yeah.
I am moving. Oh, who is next to you? I don't know. And I don't care. Okay. I'm moving, trying to complete my tasks. So,
so the problem is Tanner never gave it an honest chance. And because Tanner was obviously not having fun, everyone else that was playing was uncomfortable and they were like, we should just stop playing because I don't like that this person is not having fun. Which is fair.
wrong.
They're human beings, so they didn't want to make you do something you didn't want to do. So then we gave up. So
I'll keep that in mind.
I'm gonna
they just wanted
revive-
to get shat on.
I'm gonna
in Modern
revive-
Warfare, obviously.
Among Us in the Damascus Hangouts. So.
Oh, we can do it. Well, yeah, do it next Friday. I won't be here, so.
Oh, that's
shit on.
actually maybe a good idea. Wait till you're not.
Yeah, do it without me.
Anyway, yeah, we'll revise the rules as well. I think the rules were a little too imposter slanted, but
We need to find like hardcore beginner rule set.
Yeah.
Also, we never. There's other maps. You said we never tried the other maps.
we could have done an easier map. I think. Yeah,
I
think
thought
there's
you
an
said
easier
that map was like smaller, but that map seemed pretty damn big.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
So you haven't been watching much Among Us, is what you're telling us.
I
Good to
have.
know.
I just don't know.
Good to know.
Okay. Anyways, it was fun nonetheless. After Among Us, we did some free for all, snipers only, hard point, and it was a good time. Patreon.com/Dropshot. By the way, real quick, some iTunes reviews, I learned this last week, are just not showing up. I didn't skip a 5-star review. I guess the site that I'm getting the reviews from is just dog shit, and it just leaves some reviews out. So if you felt like your review got skipped, I'm sorry. I didn't see it, like actually. Because someone was showing me screenshots of reviews of our pod that were 5 stars, and I just didn't see those reviews. So if you guys know of a website where I can pull like iTunes reviews from,
Well, get an iPhone.
Yeah, we could ask Tanner to do it. He won't.
I could literally open it up right now and screenshot them if you'd like.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So anyway,
Okay.
if you felt like we skipped your review, I'm sorry. And then lastly, this is an exciting announcement for you guys. We are going to give away another copy of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Red Door CIA Edition Operation Northwoods Vundy Bop 2020 Ultimate Edition, $90 value, to someone who is in the Discord. So if you want to enter, be in the Discord, go to the announcements page, and then press the exclamation point react, and then you'll be entered. That's all you have to do. We did one giveaway on Twitter to like scam people into following us, which worked great, by the way.
Yeah.
And we were just going to do that again from Tanner's account, but Tanner was saying we should kind of give back to the actual like real community in some way. So I think doing it in the Discord is a good idea, because the people who are in the Discord, obviously most of them listen to the pod. That's how most of you got there. And if you've joined the Discord after listening to the podcast, you obviously like fuck with the podcast pretty heavy, which means I want you to be eligible. So go to the announcements page, click the exclamation point, Cold War Ultimate Edition giveaway. I'm going to pick whoever wins in that from the announcements. And then
and we're not going to like blow it up on Twitter or anything either. So it's like you guys in the Discord, the people listening.
Yeah, the only
right now
way
to
that
this.
anyone's going to know about this is if they either listen to the podcast or they're already in the Discord. That's kind of the point, like Tanner just said. Like, we're not trying to like put this on blast. So if you listen to the podcast, you can win. If you're in the Discord, you can win. That's pretty much it, though. So what was I going to say? Yeah, we'll be announcing the winner of that next Saturday. So you have a week to just go press the react button. Very simple.
And somebody just asked in chat, do we need to have a Twitter? You don't need to have anything.
Nope.
If you're in the Discord, go to that announcement, react with the exclamation point. Literally all you have to do. That's it.
You just have to click a button. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to make it easy. Because if you're in the Discord, then, you know, that's all we really care about. It's not so much like this giveaway is not to grow in any way. It's only to like give back, you know? So yeah. So just keep that in mind, announcements tab, and you'll be good to go. So we're going to get into some spicy Q&A questions. But first, what do we have here? Dreves with the Gifty Boy and the Submarino. Let's fucking go. Dreves, thank you, brother. It was fun playing with you last night, even though you used an MP5. I appreciate the sub and the Gifty Boy, sir. I am honored, humbled, and privileged. And without further ado, of course, if you were listening for the jingle, here it is. All right. So, normally we would go over playlist updates at this time. There are none. So we're going to get straight into the Q&A. Now, we kind of touched on this in the pre-show a little bit, but for you app peasants, Semi-Problematic asks, Sup, brothers. What are your top 3 favorite bands of right now and top 3 of all time? Curious to see what's in Tanner's playlist. By the way, Irrepress slaps, which is absolutely true. All right, Tanner, your top 3 of right now and of all time.
Okay. So let me first answer my all time, right? So I'm thinking back to when I listened to music way more than I do now and like went to shows and stuff like that. Top 3 of all time are probably Blink-182.
Yikes. Holy shit, yikes.
I'm talking about like, okay. So let me answer the other way first. Top 3 bands right now. Don't care. I'm not that into music anymore. I open up Spotify. I go to fucking today's hits. I hit play. I do my workout, get swole, throw my phone, throw it in the corner, turn the music off. That's it. It's the only time I ever listen to music. I don't listen to music when I even drive, okay? Drive with the windows down.
That's so crazy.
I listen to my exhaust system. I don't have a Scion TC that's falling apart. You know? So that's what I listen to, right? Don't care. So top 3, when I say my all-time bands, I'm thinking like when I was really into music in like 2010. So.
Okay. Blink-182 is not terrible. It's just not up top 3 all time. That's why I laughed at you. Okay. I actually like Blink-182.
Don't care.
They're not in the top 3 though, so go on.
Okay. It was probably Blink-182. I really liked a band called The Devil Wears Prada back in the day. They were fucking terrible after that. And Under Oath. Those are probably my top 3 favorite bands back in the day. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, like losing interest in music, but that's essentially what happened. Like I kind of just stopped caring. Like me and Ben used to go to shows all the time, like one show a month at least. Oh yeah. We go to all these venues around here, like hardcore music, shit like that. I mean, we would go to house shows and things like that, watch people get beat up, get in fights. We went to this one show, these people broke the staircase. They were all standing on and jumping. Literally the staircase gave out in this house. It was a house show. So, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't really listen anymore. All I do is game, boys. I click on heads and I go to work. That's it.
Gaming. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So that's it.
I listen to less music now, but I still do listen to music. The only reason though is now podcasts are super prevalent. Like I've always really loved music. I've always been balls deep in it. I played the drums for a long time, but I gave them away when I went off to college and I haven't gotten a kit since. But I miss them dearly. I want them back. So patreon.com/the Dropshot. So They were not Pearl, no. I don't remember. I remember the logo. I don't remember what brand they were. But I liked pasty symbols. I always liked pasty symbols. They were fucking tasty as shit. Anyways. Yeah, okay, so top 3 favorite bands of right now. Oh, yeah, I don't listen to music that much anymore because podcasts are so prevalent now. I like...
Exactly.
If I'm listening to something, it's a podcast. It's... You actually learn things from podcasts or you like laugh or whatever. There's a time for music for sure, and I still listen to it, but most of the time I listen to podcasts. You can learn so much depending on what podcast you listen to. Like
exactly. Yeah. That's where I'm at too. I think that's the other reason. It's like when we go on drives and travel places, I travel a lot, you know, and we're driving like even just 4 to 8 hours. Sierra and I, we don't listen to music. We usually just like listen to podcasts. So
yeah,
that's where I'm at too.
For sure. So with that said, top 3 favorite bands right now. Irrepress, as you mentioned, is definitely one of them for sure recently. I've been like trying to find a lot of instrumental metal music for the pre-show. So I've learned about a lot of new ones. Irrepress is one of my like quick becoming one of my favorites. Another one recently, they would probably also be recent ones. Animals as Leaders would be another one. And then the third one, this is less recent, but I've still liked them for quite pretty recently. Russian Circles is another great fucking band. Those are all instrumental bands. But yeah. And then
so like strictly instrumental?
Those 3 are, yeah.
Interesting.
Just because they're like most people don't like metal because they don't like the screaming vocals shit. So I'm not gonna subject random viewers on Twitch to that. But if it's instrumental, it still scratches my itch, but it's not like super offensive to people listening. So that's why I look for that stuff. But yeah. Top 3 all time. Number 1 favorite band of all time, easily Atom Ship. ATOMSHIP. They have one album called The Crash of 47. They are like the closest comparison I could make is Tool. They're kind of like Tool, but they're fucking tasty as shit, dude. Chad Kent is their drummer. He's an absolute god king. If you wanted to get a sample of them, listen to the song Mothra. I fucking love that band. Easily my favorite. They're so disgusting. And dude, Dragonfly, the song, I don't know how he's keeping time with his hat and also doing like these fucking 16th note triplets with his bass. Like, I don't get it. It actually doesn't make sense. He's so disgusting, but tasty. Not like fucking Cannibal Corpse thrash beats. He can do it. He just doesn't. He's tasty. Atom Ship, number 1. Number 2, Mastodon, probably, of all time. Really love sludge metal. Really love Mastodon, dude. Where Strides the Behemoth, that fucking outro at the end. Fucking disgusting, dude. Mother Puncher, amazing song. So sludgy how it ends. It sounds terrible to most of you, but I love it. It just makes me hard. And then third would be a way back fucking throwback band. A little band you might have heard of called Megadeth, which is just an absolute classic band. Oh, Megadeth's so good, dude. Suck me off.
I'll keep that in mind for sure.
The bridge, dude, the bridge in, what's the song called? The Conjuring. Who
asked this question? They're getting banned from the Discord.
It's so fucking tasty. All right, we're gonna listen to some music, guys. I'll see you next time.
Yeah,
dude, I love fucking tasty riffs, nice juicy licks. You know, I'm a big fan of music. Yeah, Peace Cell's amazing album, dude.
Next question, please. Yeah, I agree with that one, Rune.
God, it's so good. Anyways, yeah,
that was the worst question we've ever gotten. Never ask that again.
I could go on, but I won't for Tanner's sake. Just like Among Us,
For
I'm trying
everyone
to
else.
have fun.
For
and
everyone
I'm
else's sake.
disallowed, so.
Everyone else's sake.
Semi-problematic. Great question. Next one. J-Man Q asks, change it. Would turning aim assist off on your controller level the playing field against keyboard and mouse players? This is salient. Or would it put you at a disadvantage? I'm on Xbox and personally prefer aim assist on precision and response curve on dynamic. Don't know what that means. I frequently turn aim assist off and don't notice too much of a difference until I'm shooting at someone past 100 meters in Warzone. Okay, interesting context and a good question. Tanner, your thoughts?
So absolutely not. You need to have aim assist on or you're gonna get destroyed. The fact that you're saying you don't notice a difference unless you're shooting at somebody past 100 meters, I'm gonna call fake news on that. I mean, there's videos of people's aim assist like breaking essentially in this game and not working, and it's so funny to watch them try to aim at somebody who's like 10 or 15 feet from them. Like, you do need aim assist. So you're at an extreme disadvantage if you take it off playing against mouse and keyboard. It's that simple. Yes, you hear Raz specifically complain about it a lot, but we still think keyboard and mouse is way better in multiplayer. We think controller just has an advantage primarily in Warzone at range. Like you're saying, like past 100 meters specifically, it gets really good. So don't ever turn aim assist off. I promise you there's a huge difference. I don't know how long you usually do those little tests where you shut it off, but I don't know how you can't notice much of a difference, dude. So yeah, keep it on. You're at an extreme disadvantage not having aim assist on. So
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, the reason aim assist exists for controllers, J-Man, is to level the playing field. So if you took it off, no, you would not level the playing field. You would be crippling yourself. Like, the reason controllers have aim assist is because they need it. Because if you think about it, you're aiming your reticle with a like 1 inch maybe 1 inch diameter joystick. Like, that you have to make like really fine adjustments to actually like aim precisely. Whereas with a mouse, I can set my DPI to whatever I want and I can move my arm that much and move less than you doing like that. Like, the precision is just not even remotely fucking close. So controllers need aim assist. Don't ever turn it off again. 1000%. There's no reason to, and it's very dumb. It's so good. You need to have it on. So no, it would not level the playing field. The playing field isn't level already, and it would get worse if you turned off aim assist. 100%. It's weird to me that you don't notice in multiplayer, but you definitely notice at 100 meters in Warzone, which is exactly what I always talk about. But yeah, they need aim assist. They need it. Absolutely. So don't turn it off. Good question. Next one. Mr. Doodle Boy. I kind of like it. Will there be any, don't like how you spelled any, Warzone tournaments for the community, like where you assemble a squad in the Discord, play a limited amount of games in a certain amount of time, and then clip your 5 best games? Of course, there would be more rules and scoring would be applied. It would be cool. Event and conversation for the pod. Okay, so
no.
Yeah, so Tanner, you said no. Go on.
I don't know how we would put that on. He's basically asking if we're gonna put on like a tournament with the Discord members, essentially, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how we would do that at all. We don't have time to set that up or anything. I mean, we wouldn't even be able to play in it, probably.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, here's what's interesting. This is actually interesting you brought this up, because I was watching a Devin Nash video recently, and he was talking about how Twitch has something in beta right now called like Twitch tournaments or some shit. So you use Twitch's website to make a tournament for any game you want, and it will like do it for you in some capacity. The details aren't clear, but Devin was implying that it's actually going to be really helpful and cool. And if there was something like that, depending on exactly how it worked, I could see us doing a tournament. Would it be Warzone? Probably not. And the reason it probably wouldn't be is because by the time we have enough free time to host a tournament for the community, we won't have 9-to-5 jobs anymore. And by that time, that is not coming up anytime soon. Patreon.com/thedropshot. So whenever that time comes to pass, Warzone will be dead. So I could see us, and this is one of the many ideas I've had of like cool content things that I would like to do that, like Tanner said, we just do not have time for right now. So I would like to do this, and I would like to think that if we can ever make it full time doing this dumb fucking podcast, we could do things like this. I would love to do a tournament. I think that would be super fucking fun. We could both cast it, you know? If whatever the next BR is,
I'm
has
gonna
a
play in
podcaster
it,
thing.
and I'm gonna win.
Okay.
I'm gonna host a tournament and then win it. So
You're cheating, so we'll keep that
Is
in
that?
mind. But yeah, it's a cool idea. We would like to do it, but not anytime soon, Doodle, to answer your question. But thank you.
yeah, it would be really fun. But yeah, nothing soon at all.
All right, next one is from Chewy. This is totes an obvi question, but YOLO. Hang yourself.
Yikes.
In-game, of course. Obviously in-game. Hang yourself. In-game. If an advertiser wanted to sponsor the Dropshot of Call of Duty podcast, but wanted to ensure, quote, clean and wholesome content, would you? Or would you keep saying, let's fucking go and talk about eating ass? Good question, Tanner.
You need to answer. You need to answer this one.
Let's say it was up to you. It's up to you. What would we do?
Of course not. That ruins everything. I'm gonna say, you want to sponsor us? Sponsor us how we are. Otherwise, eat shit. Get lost. People that change like their entire, how do you even say it? Just people that change like that just to get a sponsorship, that's a Razinon sus for me.
It's a yikes for me, yeah, for sure.
I mean, hey, if somebody came to me and said, oh, we want to give you $1 million sponsorship, I will never curse again in my life. But for some average sponsorship, of course not. Absolutely not. I'm not going to be clean. I'm not going to be wholesome. Not going to be kind. I'm not going to not tell people to kill themselves in game. So,
In-game,
no.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I would just say, okay, sorry, we're not a good fit. Find somewhere else.
Yeah. So, first of all, this is wildly unrealistic because if an advertiser saw our podcast, they wouldn't think, I want to sponsor on this show. I want to sponsor this show if they clean up their content. They would think, this is not a show to advertise on.
Yeah.
They would just walk away. It would never get there. There's no advertiser that says, we like them, but they curse a little too much. The whole show is cursing. So, first of all, this is wildly unrealistic. Let's assume it was realistic and fucking, I don't know, Pampers said, hey, we want to sponsor your podcast, but you need to stop cursing and stop talking about analingus and other things of that nature. I would absolutely say, suck me off. I would write in the email, suck me off, sincerely, Casey Riley, the Dropshot Incorporated, LLC, Razinon. Yeah, you can't, everyone's heard this phrase, and I think it's important. Don't forget what got you to the dance. If we were ever in a position where some advertiser approached us, it is because we were putting out a product that consumers liked. To use super business jargon here. So if we were to clean up, dude, the podcast would be entirely different than what it is now. It's not like we curse sometimes. Like, that's the difference. Because some shows, they're mostly pretty wholesome, but every once in a while, they'll let a fuck fly. This whole podcast is fucks flying, dude. This is like
worse than that.
This is the great fucking migration of pigeons. Just fucks everywhere. So us cleaning up would be us not having a show. Like, we're way too far gone for
There
this
would be
to
no
be
point in
possible.
having the show. Yeah, you're right.
It's absurd. So absolutely not. Not only because it wouldn't be smart business-wise, but also the reason I enjoy this podcast is because I'm not in my stuffy fucking office writing emails to fucking Sally saying, "Hi, Sally. Just wondering if you got my last email. Per this attachment, I really need you to send over that file. Thanks, Casey." I want to kill myself in game, of course. Every time I'm forced to write an email of that type in the corporate America, like the wage slave cuck that I am. So
Yeah.
if I went to this podcast and then I had to do the same wage slave cuckery, then I would say, what's the point of that? I'm trying to get away from this. I'm not trying to stay shackled to it. So good question, but fuck no.
Yeah. Now, is that probably going to hold us back from getting sponsorships in the future? Probably. They're going to listen to this episode. They're going to hear that question, and they're going to hear hang yourself.
Yes.
In game, of course. And they're going to say, oh, okay, well, we'll find somebody else to sponsor.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it wouldn't. How do we do the show without cursing or saying anything like that? We play Call of Duty. Give us a break, you know?
That too. Yeah.
We're not interviewing, a presidential hopeful or anything like that. We're talking about a dumb shit video game. That's shit.
Exactly. That's the thing. If we were doing a podcast on, like, I don't know, municipal politics, we would have a different tone. But this is, I've said this so many times, and we need to not forget this, guys. This is a podcast about a video game. It's not serious. It doesn't require a serious tone. It doesn't require any kind of research, diligence, nothing. This is a video game podcast. It is the most frivolous possible type of media you could consume. So no, we're not going to start putting on a fucking bow tie and doing some jig for corporate America. Suck my cock. It's never happening.
We could put on our suits.
Well, if you want
custom tailored suits,
we don't have one. I do.
Okay. Well, I have
do,
one,
but we don't.
I was custom tailored. They took my measurements.
We'll keep it in mind for sure. It's probably not European cut though. You're too conservative. You
It's
said
probably
let's tailor
Chinese
this. Okay, I don't know what that means. Let's tailor this modestly is probably what you said because you're a pussy. Next question.
Oh, okay. Keep that in mind.
Next question. Aussie Menace. The drop shot's number 1.5 Aussie. Change it to something better than 1.5. I love Aussie though. Handsome kid, by the way. Asks,
Jesus.
Curious about Vegemite? Question mark, Tanner.
The name is terrible. The description is terrible. It looks terrible. That being said, I read this question and the first thing I said to Raz was, is it possible to find Vegemite in the store here? Because I was going to say we should go buy some and try it on stream sometime. It looks disgusting, Aussie, frankly. I mean, I was looking at it before the pod, and just the description alone was like a dark brown. I don't know. It sounded awful. So, yeah, I don't think it's anything I'd like. I'm pretty picky when it comes to shit like that too. But actually, I'm not kidding. If we could find it here, I want to try it. So I'm gonna look into that. Or you can just ship us some if you're actually a fan of the pod, Aussie.
Yeah,
If you're really the number 1.5 Aussie,
you can put your address out there.
send us some Vegemite.
We need to get a PO box, dude.
I told you that like 3 months ago. So you never listen to me.
Okay, Aussie. Am I curious about Vegemite? Not really. I don't. You guys have seen my dumb body. I'm not a food guy. I eat because I have to. And if I could actually, if there was some deal with the devil I could make where it was like, you never have to eat again to live and you'll never feel hungry, but you also won't get to experience like a good meal, sign me up, bitch. I don't care
That's so weird.
I don't care that much about food. It is most of the time an inconvenience to me rather than some pleasurable experience. I eat to not die. That's what I eat to do. Now, obviously, there are foods I like and dislike, but I'm not like some fucking Gordon Ramsay snob talking about like, oh, the fucking, you know, the chicken's real tender and moist on the inside. It's crazy you didn't dry it out because it's so hard not to dry out chicken. Don't care. Give me calories and I'm done. So am I curious about Vegemite? No. Absolutely
Okay.
not.
So I figured it out. You care about music and don't care about food. I care about food, don't care about music. I love food, dude. I almost consider myself a foodie. Like when we go places, before we go, I'm already looking on Yelp for food places to eat at. That's crazy to me that you don't care.
I like
So
food.
weird.
I mean, I'm not trying to like, I like food, obviously. I'm a human being. It's 4 point something billion years of evolution if we count the stars and the cosmos. Doesn't matter. But yeah, no. Here's what I'll say. If Vegemite was in front of me, I would want to try it. Yeah.
Let's just read this real quick, straight from Wikipedia. Vegemite is a thick, dark brown Australian food spread made from leftover brewer's yeast extract with various vegetable and spice additives. That sounds terrible. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, but so do eggs.
True.
Like, if you never had eggs and you
Eggs
said,
are disgusting.
they're not good, but they're not disgusting. They're fine.
Okay, so if you eat eggs alone with nothing else, you're a serial killer. Now, if you're eating eggs with like toast, here's the way I do it. I take a bite of egg, it's in my mouth, it's being chewed up by my teeth. I grab toast, or I grab hash browns, or a cinnamon roll,
Well, no
and
one
I
eats
take a
just
bite.
eggs, dude.
No, a lot of people do.
No, they don't. They put salt.
Yes, they do.
A poached egg with some salt is good.
I'm not talking about seasoning wise. I'm just saying like just eggs. Some people can eat just eggs for breakfast. I can't do that. I need something else to go with
I
it.
used to do that when I was getting gains. They would be poached
Well,
eggs.
you don't
with,
have gains anymore, so.
with salt. So, anyways, this doesn't matter. So we've answered this question, and I'm bored. So we'll
Okay.
move on. Aussie Menace,
Yeah.
thank you for the question. Next one, Steel Switch. Do you have a favorite campaign mode or single player game? And have you experienced a single player game or campaign that was just insufferable? Tanner.
My favorite single player game, I've said it many times on the pod, Red Dead Redemption 2. Far and away, the best campaign single player I've ever played. The storyline is insane. It's like you're watching a 6-season long television series. It's a movie, a TV series, a live concert, a video game all in one. It's insane. So it's the best single player game ever made, without a doubt. You guys need to convince Raz to play it because it makes me so mad that he's missing out on that. So mad.
Your facial expression.
It's the best single player game ever. There's not going to be a better storyline within the next 6 years. You can fucking count on that. Hey, Grand Theft Auto, great game. Storyline compared to Red Dead Redemption, eat shit. Garbage, okay? So, have you ever experienced a single player campaign that was just insufferable?
There's a correct answer to this. I'm curious if you'll get it.
Is there? Okay. Let
You're
me
not
think.
gonna. Don't try and guess my answer. Just say what.
No, I'm thinking because I can't think of a single player game that was that bad. I mean, well, a lot of them are bad. Like, they're just not fun, right? But like insufferable garbage, I can't think of any.
Yeah.
There's some that are just boring. Like, people get into the Call of Duty campaigns. I'm going to be honest. I think they're boring. They're like 5-hour long campaigns. I don't care.
The stories are kind of cool, but I like to watch like
they're not
Ink Slasher's
terrible.
videos because he'll like tell the story, but you don't have to play for 5 hours doing the boring campaign mission. He just tells the story. The plot itself is actually fairly interesting, but yeah, it's not worth the drudgery of like, whatever, survive 8 waves of attackers for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know.
I can't think of a single player game that was that bad. No, not that I've played.
So I'll answer this in reverse. The correct answer, have I ever experienced a single player game or campaign that was just insufferable? No. And here's why. If I'm playing a single player game and it's not fun, I stop playing it. If it's insufferable, I will stop suffering through it and I'll turn off the game. I'll exit the game. I've tried to play plenty of single player games where I'm like, oh, this is boring, or this is shit, or it's buggy, or it's broken, or it's dumb, and I just stop playing. I would never finish a game that I don't find enjoyable. So, no, of course I haven't, because I'm not dumb. Imagine finishing a game that you don't like. Yikes. Favorite campaign. That's the correct answer, by the way. Favorite campaign mode or single player game, easily Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 Original by BioWare, the makers of Mass Effect for you new frogs. Best RPG of all time. If you think, hey, that sounds fun, don't play it, because you guys are all too young to enjoy it. It's a turn-based RPG from like 2005 with just dog shit graphics. I mean, dog shit. And it's a turn-based RPG. I bet literally none of you have played that. But the plot is dummy thick, dude. It's such a good game. The tale of Darth Revan and Darth Malak. I could go on about this. I'll spare you. But that's easily my favorite. Far and away. And when it comes to single-player games in general, BioWare, historically, excellent track record. Excellent track record. The Dragon Age Origins, great game. KOTOR 1 and 2, great games. Mass Effect 1 and 2, great games. Mass Effect 3, not a great game. BioWare did get shit later on. But, yeah, KOTOR 1 is easily the correct answer there.
Surprised your answer wasn't Halo.
Halo was way more fun for me because I could compete. But the Halo campaign was not interesting. It was fine. It wasn't great.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, anyway. This question makes me irate. Rhodes asks. Shout out to Rhodes. Quick one here. Went back to listen to all the old episodes. Just finished episode 17, skill-based matchmaking in Warzone. My only question here is, Raz, how do you feel about Grazna Raid? Okay. I think I said so. I said as much in episode 17. If you're asking if my opinion has changed, it absolutely hasn't. Grazna Raid is the worst. So, like, there are video games, and they take place on maps. Some video games are text-based dungeon crawls. None of them are worse than Grazna Raid. And you might say that doesn't even make sense, because that's not really a map. Grazna Raid is still worse. Some of them are like single player games like Metal Gear Solid. No map is as bad as Grazna Raid. And then of course, obviously, any Call of Duty Halo map, fucking Age of Empires mobile game map. There no work of fiction even. So we could even step outside of video games. No work of fiction has ever had a location, a setting that's as bad as Grazna Raid. Ever.
That's crazy.
Hey, I could go read fucking Faust. I could go read Dante's Inferno, and the setting of that book would not be as bad as Grazna Raid. You could take me to the 7th fucking circle of hell, bitch. Grazna Raid is still worse. It is so astoundingly bad that I can't believe people don't just instantly leave the lobby when they get it. No, my opinion has not changed. So,
I kind of like it.
There you go, Rhodes. Well, you're dumb.
I don't
You're
think it's
actually
that bad.
dumb if you like that map.
I think I'm just better than you, I guess.
Well, that may or may not be true, but that doesn't mean you're correct about Grazna Raid, because it's a shit, dog shit, 5-lane map, 2-story 5-lane map, arguably 3-story 5-lane map. I mean, the design can't get worse. Holy shit.
Well, have you played Azir Cave? Have you played Piccadilly?
They're way better than Grazna. Easily.
What?
Especially Azir Cave.
You're fucking with me.
No. Oh, no. Here. So Azir Cave. So if I'm going to rate Azir Cave out of 10, Azir Cave is a 0 out of 10. It's a shit map. Grazna Raid's worse. It is off the scale. It's off the charts how bad the map is. Most of the time when people say, oh, this song is off the charts, they mean it's fantastic. Grazna Raid's off the charts in the opposite direction. It doesn't get worse. It doesn't get worse. If a thing can exist in a place in the space-time continuum, it's better than Grazna Raid. It is the worst map ever. Setting ever. You're so dumb that you don't hate it.
That's
God, it makes me so mad. Piccadilly, by the way, easily better.
The fact that you just said that live on the podcast, oh my God. If you guys disagree with this, please join the Discord and tell him he's a cocksucker. He's saying it's worse than Piccadilly. Oh my God.
Easily.
Wow.
Easily worse than Piccadilly.
Wow.
At least in Piccadilly, I can run around the outskirts of the map.
I run around the outskirts fine in Grazna Raid. I run the same route every time.
Okay. I'm done.
I haven't gotten a nuke on that map, but I'm not kidding. I go on more high kill streaks on that map than any other map.
You know what's interesting, dude? Like, before I got my first nuke, I got like a 27 on Grazna. Very weird that happened.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's almost, I think, like playing Ground War. You can get high streaks, but then it's easy. When you're in like the 20s, it's very easy to die because of all the angles. Oh,
all the angles? You mean an infinite amount of angles you can die from?
Well,
God, Grazna Raid is so bad.
Maybe your positioning just sucks. You ever thought of that?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't. Because there's nowhere to go to position well. Unless you literally sit in a corner above cafe. You're such a cocksucking dumb. God, you're so lucky we're live streaming. Let's move on because you're making me furious.
Yeah.
God, I hate Grazna Raid. Fuck you for asking this, Rhodes. Next question. That one fucking guy asks, do y'all have Amazon wish lists? Okay, interesting.
I did make one like months ago. It was when I was thinking about buying a 2080 Ti, and for some reason I put it on a wish list, and I don't even know if the wish list is public. I never linked it anywhere. I never shouted it out. I never said, hey, buy me a 2080 Ti from my Amazon wish list. I'll tell you what I do use on Amazon. I'll use the Razinon referral link, so he gets a percentage of every single item I buy.
At no cost to you.
Does it do anything for me? Does it harm me? Does it cost me more? Doesn't do anything. It just benefits him.
Amen.
Benefits the pod.
The pod, dude.
All you have to do is change your URL.
Very simple. Yeah, just change out that bookmark. It's conveniently linked for you, by the way, in Twitch chat. And it is, of course, in the show notes.
Did we potentially have a pastor who shall remain nameless change his church's Amazon link to the Razinon referral link? Certainly possible.
It's certainly possible.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that, but it's possible.
Well, it's a charitable act, which is a Christian thing to do. He is a Christian man supporting a Christian program. So that's great. That's great. That's what a man of God ought to do. So to answer your question, that one fucking guy, change it, by the way. Yeah, I have an Amazon wish list. No one's ever bought anything off of it ever, but I have one. I set it up. I'm not a 22-year-old girl, so obviously no one's ever going to buy anything off of it. But I do have one. It is linked. I mainly use it to put products in like a list of shit I want to buy later. That's basically how I use it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've given up thinking people would buy shit off of there, but I do have one. Yeah. And part of it too is because if something is like less than $100 and I want it or need it, I'm just going to buy it. So like everything on that list is like very expensive, and I would not expect anyone to buy anything off it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, like girls will put like fucking scented candles and fucking whatever Hitachis on there. And like that would be something a consumer might buy for a streamer. But if I wanted one of those things, I would just buy it. I wouldn't put it on a wish list. So
Yeah. Well,
weird question, but I guess thanks for asking it.
yeah. Well, let's not talk about females. They also do. Well, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Forget it. We'll keep moving. I don't want to get TOS'd.
Any OFs? Any OFers? We support females doing OF. King
Don't know what
Koopsta
OF means.
converted from a Prime Gaming sub to a Tier 1 sub. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you. I am honored, humbled, and privileged. And welcome back, dude. What's up, Kyle, by the way? Yeah, of course it's a Christian program, dude. Can't you tell? Next question. Moose God. Shout out Moose God. Sup Chodes, okay. Was wondering what was the first video game you guys played, and what was the video game that really got you into gaming? Glad to be a part of the hottest up-and-coming podcast in gaming. He gets it right, Tanner. Take notes. Stay humble. Tanner.
The first video game I played. Well, I'm sure it was some dumb console game. Let's talk PC though here, because that's what I play on now. The first PC game I believe I ever played was Age of Empires.
Really?
I think it was Gabriel Sol Perez, Covina, California, 28 Hispanic male. I believe he was the one that got me into that game. I remember we were talking about it one time. I was like, "Oh, what is this?" He's like, "Oh, dude, check it out. It's like you build up your empire. You go to war. You feed your people, you starve them, you do whatever you want." It's like, oh, okay. So I said, "Hey, Mom, let's go to Target. I want to buy a video game." So she drove me, and I said, "Buy me this now. I'm a little white boy. I get what I want." And she bought it for me.
Want to act out my fascist tendencies?
Yeah, yeah. So any white privileged males in the chat? So that was like the first PC game I got into. The video game that really got me into gaming, probably SWAT 4, first person shooter, because after that game, that's what led me to Call of Duty 4, which I played a whole lot of. And then that took me back to playing a lot of Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 1 on PC as well. So yeah, Age of Empires was the start, and SWAT 4 kicked it off. COD 4, I probably have my most hours on still.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind. First video game I ever played was Crash Bandicoot. I think I used to think it was The Wrath of Cortex, but it wasn't. I looked into it. The first game I played was a Crash Bandicoot game on the PlayStation 1.
So good.
It was a banger, dude.
Dude, Crash Band. Oh my god, that game.
Crash Bandicoot.
Aren't they making another one?
I don't care if they are, because I'm not
There's
literally.
another one coming
I'm not
out.
unironically literally 6 years old. I was actually literally 5 or 6 when I played this, so maybe there is a new one.
Came out in April.
I don't have the same interest as I did when I was an actual 5-year-old.
You still have a boy tummy, so your tummy hasn't changed. I figured your video game preference hasn't either.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That may be true. Yeah. It was a Crash Bandicoot game. I don't remember which one. It was before Wrath of Cortex. That's all I know. On the PlayStation 1. And then, what was the video game that really got you into gaming? Probably Star Wars Galaxies, which was the first MMO I ever got. I got it the day after the new game engine released for you RPG MMO nerds in the chat.
I was expecting SWTOR for that answer.
No, I was into gaming heavy before SWTOR. Galaxies is what got me into gaming, and it's what got me into MMOs. I was like, oh, this is so cool. It's like the persistent world. That's when I first started PvPing. That was my first ever like battle against another real person. Was Galaxies.
What was the first game you ever streamed? SWTOR? Galaxies?
Yes, SWTOR.
Okay.
SWTOR. Yeah. Yeah, that was the game
Justin TV.
That was no, it wasn't Justin TV. It was after. It was still Twitch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not long after Justin TV went down, but yeah. Yeah, for sure.
God, Crash Bandicoot was so fun.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot slapped. So. Okay, next question here. Interesting. What are your personal opinions on how the U.S. will be after either there's a vaccine or the coronavirus cases drop to just about zero? Interesting question, Tanner.
Well, the cases are never going to drop to zero because it's going to be a virus forever.
Yes.
And ever. It's never going away. So, I don't know, dude. It's weird because there's still so many people dying from it, but like, I feel bad, but it's almost like one of those things where when it doesn't hit that close to you, you almost like push it to the side, you know? And I feel like that's how a lot of Americans feel right now. They're just like, oh, whatever. It doesn't affect me. I don't know anybody personally, so don't care. Even though quite a few people have died from it. But with that being said, also, if there's a vaccine, I'm absolutely not getting that for a few years. I can promise you that. You're probably going to die. You're going to be more likely to die from the vaccine than getting COVID, probably. Especially if it's the Russian version of it. So, I don't know, dude. I think it's just always going to be a thing. I mean, at some point, somebody has to just say, okay, fuck it. And you know what? People always say, oh, it's only, it's like only us that are like, oh, we don't want to wear masks. Well, I think a lot of people don't realize there are a ton of people all over the world that think it's bullshit. I'm not saying I agree with that, but everyone's like, oh, Americans are so dumb. So many people think this. A bunch of people, a bunch of countries in Europe feel the same way. They have protests where they don't wear masks. They're like, we don't want to wear masks. Australia's done it numerous times. It's not just dumb Americans. It's just we're always the forefront of everything. There's a lot of people out there like that, though, right? So, I'll tell you one thing. 6 months from now, there's no way we're all wearing masks. They're just going to say fuck it and give up, I think. So, I don't know. It's just always going to be here. We never flatten the curve, especially in California. We're not going to, so we're dead.
Okay. A lot to say here that I will try my best to condense. First of all, Tanner's exactly right. Okay, so you know how we've had the flu since we came out of the Fertile Crescent? You know how we've had the cold since we came out of the Fertile Crescent? We have a new one now. It's called the coronavirus. That's how viruses work. People every year die from the flu because it is a virus that constantly mutates, and there's always some sniveling second grader who gives it to his whole class, and everyone just always has the flu, and it's just life. The flu is now around. Period. It's done. You don't get rid of viruses. Like this isn't fucking Ebola. Ebola can be eradicated. Part of the reason is because Ebola is extremely deadly. So most people who get it just fucking die. They don't have time. They don't have 4 weeks to spread it. So it's easier to eradicate for that reason. But also, I don't know if it's a virus. I think Ebola is a virus. So maybe that's not the best example. But nonetheless, we're always going to have COVID-19. It's not going to be COVID-19 because, in fact, even now, it's not really COVID-19 exactly anymore. Mutates constantly. Different strains and shit. But yeah, so the cases will never drop to zero, as Tanner just said, but there will be herd immunity, which means I think it's something like greater than 65% of the population of a given region has antibodies to the virus. That would qualify as herd immunity. And then once that happens, masks and quarantine and shit wouldn't be necessary. This is from this is a podcast about video games, so I'm not the fucking head of the WHO. Don't listen to me, but this is what I've heard, I think. What'll happen with the United States? Nothing, dude. Everyone's talking about, oh, it's the end times, fucking organs burning, Trump's a fascist, Biden has dementia, this is the end of the Roman Empire. No, it's not. Calm down. Everything is fine. Like, everything's not great, but nothing has ever been always great. Things happen. Life is kind of shit right now for in general for like America on the grand scale, but we're going to be fine. This is not the fall of Rome. This is not the end of an empire.
I've been there.
You disgust me. So it's going to be largely the same. And then there's going to be some other problem that we have to fix. Just like the last 300 or so years. So nothing is the answer to this question. Interesting question. But, next question here.
Should we phone a friend? Should we call Ben up and get his input on this?
Benjamin Renard.
I could.
Yeah, we could.
According to our friend who
yeah, people in chat are mauling right now. People in chat are mauling, dude.
Dr. J Webb is furious, I believe. We have a friend who works in a hospital.
He's a doctor, so.
Yeah, maybe we should phone him in, actually.
Phone a friend. Phone an expert.
Yeah, phone someone who actually may know something.
We're 28-year-olds who make a podcast about the video game Call of Duty. So if you're mauling right now that our analysis on the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on the geopolitical situation in the United States is not to your liking, suck my cock and don't expect us to have the correct take here. It's not important. Yeah. I don't care. And I'm not making some proclamation like I'm fucking God. I'm probably wrong about a lot of that stuff, and I don't care. So, yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
I also wear a mask wherever I go and don't complain about it and don't care. So it's whatever. Don't blame me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, move on here. Next question. C. Brown asks, can you explain the Pick 10 gunsmith system in Cold War? Doug posted a tweet about this being the most customizable classes to date. Thoughts on how that will work / affect gameplay? We've pretty much answered this, but if you wanted to add anything onto it, Tanner?
No, we pretty much know now. Yeah, there's 8 attachments. It's a full gunsmith. There's more attachments than in Modern Warfare, isn't there? And I think there's more attachments that are specific for certain weapons versus like in Modern Warfare, like basically 40 of the attachments are the same attachment for every gun. So the gunsmith is supposedly better.
There actually might be more because there aren't so many optics that are just like clogging,
which is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's yeah. What is there for like a Grau or something in Modern Warfare? Like 20 optics maybe?
Actually, yeah.
Probably about 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we pretty much covered it. It's definitely out there now. This question's older, so
yeah.
We asked this before we knew everything.
Yeah, we pretty much talked about what the create a class system is and what the result of it will be. So C. Brown, if you haven't heard that answer, go listen to the it's like 60 something Cold War episode. So yeah, anyway, let's move on. Zerosio, if you could have any video game or movie weapon, what would it be? And the lightsaber does not count. Okay, interesting. Tanner.
The Harry Potter wand.
Oh my God. Yikes, dude.
Bro, I can do anything with it. I can use my fucking wand.
You don't know the spells, dude.
Oh, I'll learn them. I'll learn them, dude. It's not that hard. You like how seriously you took that. You don't know the spells, dude. Like you're so disappointed that I don't know the spells.
If you don't know the spells.
Okay. Well, so if you suddenly have a lightsaber, you're just gonna know how to perfectly use it. You're just gonna have it and be able to kill everyone with it.
Okay. I didn't say that.
Bro, I can do anything with a wand. Come on.
Throtus the caucus.
Yeah.
Openness my anuses.
When Guardian Leviosa, when Guardian Leviosa, how do they say it? I know that one.
I can't tell you how they say it, and I've never been happier to not know something.
Well, I'm going to be streaming the Harry Potter game on release day in 2 years, so keep that in mind. Well, 24-hour stream.
We are looking for a new co-host of the Dropshot Call of Duty podcast. So.
Yeah.
This is actually a good question, though. And I like that you excluded lightsabers because, of course, that's what everyone picks. Any video game or movie weapon, what would it be? Maybe it would be that little thing that they use in Men in Black to like erase memory.
Yikes.
It's like it sexually assault Tanner and then erases memory of it.
You make fun.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
Yikes. You complain about a Harry Potter wand and then you say a fucking something from Men in Black. Jesus Christ.
It's a thought. It's not my final answer. I'm thinking out loud, so relax. Maybe the ray gun from Zombies. I know we're fans of zombies here.
So, okay.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah. So you're filling out the white privilege male role correctly there. You want to own a ray gun and just kill everything. Okay.
Okay, well, we'll keep that in mind. Maybe the energy sword from the Halo series. That'd be pretty fucking dope, too.
Okay.
I think I'd have to think about this more, though.
Well, I have magic, so...
No, you'd have a piece of wood. You wouldn't have magic.
Wrong.
That's the thing, dude.
No,
a wand is a piece of wood. Maybe nice wood.
So what's your thing for Men in Black? How's that going to work?
Well, the technology is in the thing. It doesn't depend on magic.
Okay.
Maybe you should have picked a magic broomstick to shove up your ass.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is it.
You're just a Harry Potter hater, dude.
Yes, correct. Absolutely. Harry Potter is for children. It's for actual children. So keep
we should have a Patreon episode on our top 10 video game or movie weapons.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We fucking could.
Yeah. Keep that in mind.
Real quick. King Camper with the 5 gifty boys. Let's fucking go. King. I appreciate you, dude. I am honored, humbled, and privileged, sir. Thank you. 5 gifted subs. That's a lot, dude. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the support. It means a lot, dude. Thank you. Much love, brother. And it is good to have you here, of course. So thank you. Let's move on here to this next question from Pork Belly. I like it. With the idea that the current... I like it.
Well, no. Yeah, he didn't spell it pork belly, though, right? He used ones instead of L's.
Yeah.
You're going to let that slide? It's not even a partial change yet?
I don't know if Discord has unique names, so maybe Pork Belly was spelled correctly.
It doesn't have specific names.
Okay, let's move on. I don't care. With the idea that the current Warzone map will be somehow changed or altered with the release of COD 2020, what are some specific things that you two think would be good or fun aspects that could change? Tanner.
So with the map specifically, some fun aspects. Well, the current map is fine if there were 50% less buildings at least. Downtown was gone. And there were 50% less buildings, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Granted, if they're going to put a new map in or change the map entirely, which they're going to do one of those things, I would rather have a map with like a bunch of hills, mountains on it, and it more like barren, say like, you know, PUBG maps. I don't know the names of them. Erangel, that's one of them. I prefer like a PUBG style map over this shit game for sure. The buildings are terrible. Everyone camps in them all over the place, and it's hard to see people. That's another difference. In PUBG, there's like little cities with a lot of buildings and windows, but the visibility is so great that you could see somebody the second they pop out of a window, even if they're 300 meters away, right? So in this game, the visibility makes it so buildings are extremely overpowered, especially when they can look through it without the window broken and you almost can't see in. So that's my main thing. Get rid of the buildings. The map really isn't that bad at all. I mean, a lot of the areas are pretty good. It's just the areas with a bunch of buildings need to go. Like even if it's like with the apartment complexes, say down towards like Promenade area, even if you couldn't get on the rooftops of those, that would help that area a ton. That's the only issue. Whenever you go to that area of the map, everyone's on a roof.
Strong disagree.
Now, really?
Because if the final circle, if one of those apartment buildings is in the final circle, you could camp on that 14-story staircase. It's actually not that tall on Promenade, actually. Still like 6 stories, though. Like anywhere in any of those rooms. I don't like it at all. But go on, finish your answer. Sorry.
Interesting. But yeah, so like even if you took out the rooftops on a lot of the buildings, specifically that area, that would help a lot. Because that's what, it's not even so much window camping in this game, it's people camping on the roofs. There's just, you can get on like every single fucking roof in this game. So that's the worst part. I don't think there needs to be much movement. Like the train, it's like whatever. I don't think it really needs to be there. I mean, there's enough vehicles to make it so the movement is easy enough. I mean, you can outrun the circle most of the time. So honestly, the map's fine. Just delete a bunch of the buildings. But if they're going to make a whole new map, I would rather have it be like desert themed, where ideally you could see easier because it's going to be brighter. It's going to be maybe more sand instead of people laying in bushes in a forest.
Yes.
Etc. Yes. And just less buildings. That's all I want. I'm not picky.
Yes.
Just less buildings.
So someone, I should look this up. Someone DM'd me on some. Now, hey, look, guys, I get a lot of fucking DMs. A lot. So it's
not
hard.
From females, though.
Not literally none from females.
Instagram.com/Razinon TTV.
Correct. Thank you. But someone DM'd me saying, I don't know if it was on Instagram or if it was on Twitter. God, there's just so many DMs. Maybe this was it? No. All right. Well, if you DM'd me with this idea, then sorry, you're not getting credit. I would genuinely like to give it to you. But they said, hey, remember how you guys all thought the dam was going to break and it didn't? Maybe those hints you guys got toward the dam breaking were correct, but you guys got the timeline wrong. And actually, the dam is going to break like you predicted, but it's not going to be until Cold War. And I thought, that's interesting. Maybe that's true. I just wanted to float the idea because we all kind of stopped thinking about that, but it's possible that that is, in fact, going to be a change in the map for Cold War. Oh,
Wait a second.
Great. It was Freujand. Okay, shout out to Freujand on Twitch. He's the one who told me this idea. I think I replied to you, Fro, and I said, Enraged Irishman, yes, it was you. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Because I think I replied to you, and I said, I agree. That's actually a good theory. I think you actually might be right about that. Because there were a lot of little hints about the dam breaking. People didn't think this for no reason. So it's possible that that is the big map change that happens when Cold War gets released or whatever.
Also, hold on. Can I touch on something real quick when you're talking about this?
Go.
So Cold War also has the swimming animation in it. So that could also tie in and make sense. Is that what you're going to say?
No, because I don't think they're going to change Warzone.
They're gonna port over the movement. Yeah, that's just a thought though. That would like make sense if they were changing that over somehow to Cold War mechanics. That would make a lot of sense.
Yes, I agree.
They nuke the dam, it floods the whole map. Yeah,
I agree. I agree that it would make sense, but that would require them to change the like fundamental movement. I mean, maybe it would be as simple as adding swimming code to the Warzone game, in which case it's possible.
Yeah,
but I'm not a fucking developer, so I don't know if that's a thing you could do. I don't know if it's as easy as just adding it in. Because I feel like the movement mechanics are kind of all or nothing. You'd have to just scrap movement and then add the new movement, which would include swimming. I don't know, though. But that's a thought. Now, that has almost no bearing on this question, because this question was, what are some changes or alterations I would like to see? And the dam breaking and water is not something I would like to see, nor is it something I'm neutral on. I would hate it. I hate swimming. I think it's dumb in first-person shooters. Keep the water in a canteen for a cutscene. I don't want to be swimming through it. It's catastrophically dumb, especially in a BR where sometimes you can't avoid the water. That's when water's at its absolute worst. Because what if you're on the side of a circle where it's all water, and then some other team happens to be on the other side of that circle where it's the fucking island that's just looking down at you in the channel, just shooting fucking kids in a barrel, as the expression goes. That is a disaster. There should not be water in any first-person shooter game, but especially in a BR. That would be disgusting and disgraceful, and the devs who may program that should be shot in-game, of course. Now, what would I like to see? Exactly what Tanner said. I would like a nice cutscene of an intercontinental ballistic missile with a fucking hydrogen bomb in the warhead. Just level Verdansk. And there are no more buildings. Actually, 0 buildings. Just some rocks for cover. That would be great. Ideally, you would have some buildings, but not many. But then that wouldn't make sense with a nuke, whatever. But yeah, the complete removal of downtown. Downtown should be completely destroyed. And then Promenade, too many buildings there. Even if you could have, like, you know how in Battlefield there's a lot of buildings that are like 2-story buildings, but the roofs are blown off? Tanner, are you with me? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, my mic was muted. Yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That would be good too. Because then you could still camp a building. You'll still have cover because of the walls, but you won't be invisible or have the best possible cover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be better too. So if something like that happened, that would be good. But just like Tanner said, the removal of buildings, the removal of foliage. I want better visibility and fewer spots where people can camp. That's what I would say.
Exactly. That's the biggest issue by far.
Easily. That's the biggest problem with Warzone, period, is the map. There are too many buildings. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water.
Did you?
Yeah. So let's move on to this next question. But first, a couple events transpired that require my immediate attention.
Let me get a drink.
Okay. So this is interesting, an interesting development. Dr. J-Web has gifted 5 subby boys to the stream. Let's fucking go. God damn. That is a lot of support, and I appreciate it. And then what happened next was King Big Dick Camper 88, not to be outdone, gifted. This is in the record books, dude, for most gifted sub bombs. 20 gifted subs from fucking King Camper. Jesus, dude, let's go. That is insane, dude. King, goddamn, man. And then J-Web with the 13 more. Holy shit. Dude, boys, that is crazy. Doc, 18, King, 20. Thank you, boys. Jesus Christ. I'm glad you are enjoying this episode. At least I would suspect you are. That is a lot of gifted subs. That is a lot of support. Doc, King, thank you very much, boys. I really fucking appreciate it. That is nuts, actually. Jesus Christ. Thank you, boys. It means a lot. I am deeply honored, humbled, and privileged. And, wow. That's crazy. I guess people do like the Saturday episodes. That's what I'm gathering from this. Jesus. Yeah. Doc and King, thank you so much, man. For real. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. God damn, dude. Well, the stock market's been doing pretty well. I get the sense you guys are adults, so I can see that now. So let me catch up on chat a little bit here. Okay. Wouldn't it be dope if Raz was an operator? Yes, Jesse, it would be dope. Give me a couple. Activision will never make me an operator. Let's be super clear. But it would be great. Get scanned would be a good voice line too. That would be amusing. What would my execution be if I was an operator in MDub, Tanner?
Harry Potter wand up their ass.
Absolutely, it wouldn't be. No. No, it wouldn't be. I don't know. Mine would maybe be a curb stomp.
Chokehold.
Ooh,
Yikes,
yeah, a
that's
choke.
fucked up.
A darce. I just darce some dude and then pistol him in the fucking throat while I do it. Well, not in the throat, because then I'd shoot my own arm. In the mouth. It's a thought. It's a thought. But anyways, King and Doc, I appreciate it, boys. Thank you so much. Deeply honored, humbled, and privileged. And with that, with this glorious bounty we've received, let's move on to this next question. From Barnsey asks, do you think Raven and Treyarch will nail the new map for Warzone? If so, what makes a good BR map? And also, what makes a good BR map played in Warzone specifically? Probably going to be some overlap here, but Tanner, what are your thoughts?
Well, holy fuck. Raven and Treyarch, I don't think are making the new map. I think who knows what's going on anymore, actually. It could just be Infinity Ward working on that as well. We have no clue, frankly. So, what makes a good BR map? I mean, yeah, we just talked about that. I didn't realize this question was next. But primarily, I don't think that's not confirmed, right? But aren't we just assuming like Infinity Ward's basically going to make the next map as well? Which doesn't make sense, but neither does Raven and Treyarch making it either. Nothing makes sense.
My assumption is that there isn't going to be a new map. They're just going to change the current map.
Oh, okay.
That's what I would think. That's what I would guess, honestly.
But like, would it be that substantial to almost be considered a new map? Or are you just thinking like minor changes, like part of it gets bombed?
I think they would be pretty major, to be honest. But I think it would still be the same like layout, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know, dude. That's hard to answer that question. The current map, like we said, isn't that great because of all the maps, so I'm not too keen on the next map being great anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's about it. We just talked about that, so.
Yeah. I mean, do you think Razinon and Treyarch will, yeah. Yeah, I think we pretty much totally answered this. I mean, for Warzone specifically, is there some kind of different thing in a BR map? No. I think a good BR map in a first-person shooter is the same, regardless of the first-person shooter specifically. Good visibility, not too many camping spots. That's pretty much it, actually. I mean, it doesn't matter what the first-person shooter is. So if it's good for PUBG, it's going to also be good for MDub or whatever, Cold War, if there's going to be a new BR. And if it's Warzone, it won't be. But we've gone over this. But yeah. Yeah. I think we've pretty much hit this one. Okay. So, by the way, King Camper and Dr. J Webb in the last 2 minutes have both each given 20 more fucking gifty boys. Dude, Jesus. You guys need to chill, dude. You need to chill. This is a lot.
Any chillers?
Any chillers, dude? We're back over 300 total subs.
Jesus.
93 subs today, which is approaching a new record. That's not a bait. Let's settle down, boys. But nonetheless, King and Doc, you guys are being very generous tonight. It is unwarranted. But nonetheless, I greatly fucking appreciate you both, man. That is fucking nuts, dude. Thank you so much, guys. That is a lot of goddamn support. And I really appreciate both of you. So thank you very much for all of those gifted subs. Wow. That's a lot, dude. Actually. Yeah. Thank you, boys.
There's a lot of gifty boys tonight.
It is an amount for sure. And Jesus Christ. Okay. This is the night we're having. Slivovitz with the 50 United States dollars donation, dude.
Damn.
No message attached, by the way. So he's just trying to sun me. He's trying to big dick me. Sliv, I don't think Sliv has said anything this evening. If he has, I haven't seen it. But Sliv, thank you, dude. And welcome, by the way. If you've been here for a while, I hope you've been enjoying the show. And if not, welcome. But also, thank you for the $50, dude. Fucking nuts, bro. I really appreciate it, man. You've been here for quite a while. And the continued patronage is much appreciated, Sliv. So thank you for those $50, dude. I love you, man. And Doc, of course, and King as well. I appreciate all the support tonight. You guys are insane. And thank you. With that said, let's continue this broadcast. Thank you again, boys. Corey Carnahan asks, change it to keep your personal identity safe. There's nothing wrong with your name, but don't use your real life
It's a good name
on Discord. It's a
great name.
Yeah, it's a fine name. Sounds like an Irishman, I think. Carnahan sounds
Corey
Irish.
Yeah.
Irish.
Sounds like
or
a
Scottish.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll
Living
keep
like
this-
a castle or something.
Yeah,
I can picture that.
He's got a moat for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
with a drawbridge and everything.
Yeah, that would be
so
nice. We'll have that one of these days.
We'll throw some alligators in there, laser beams on their head.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is, you're both put on an abandoned island. You're both allowed to bring one thing. What is it? Who survives the longest? And who resorts to cannibalism first? Interesting question. And before Tanner answers this, I'm going to wrangle. I'm very excited. A lot of support tonight. And my adrenal glands are shot. So I need to go piss out of my huge white dick. So while I do that, Tanner, go ahead and tackle this question from Mr. O'Carnahan.
Shit, dude. This is a fantastic question. This is one of those things you asked each other in like middle school, dude. I haven't heard this question in a long time. So, fuck, man. Wonder what the size limit is. Can I bring just a 500-gallon drum of purified water? Can I only bring a pack of cigarettes? What can I bring, you know? So, abandoned island, one thing. I think it's got to be a knife, dude. I know you can I could make something out of the foliage, but I think a good knife goes a long way. Naturally, I have a K-bar, so I would probably bring that. It's a large knife, bigger than any knife Razinon owns. I think a good knife would go a long way, dude. I can craft things out of it. I can make flaming arrows. I can stab Raz to death. I could chop him up. I could put his finger on the tip of my K-bar, roast it over a fire, just his finger fucking burning as I'm twisting it, cooking all sides of it. Maybe that answers that question. Sounds like I'm going to resort to cannibalism first. I think I would definitely survive the longest. I mean, obviously, I'm a world traveler, so being abandoned on an island, hey, whatever, not a big deal. I've been to St. Martin before. I've been on a Caribbean island, you know? It's basically the same thing. So I would definitely survive longer. Raz can barely go to a wedding and come home alive. So if he says himself, he's dumb. Now, my initial thought from this question when I read it earlier was what Freujan said in chat, which was a life straw, which was something that filters water and you can drink out of it. I'm not kidding. That was my first thought. Then I realized those can't filter salt water. Doesn't do anything. You're still just drinking salt water out of a straw.
You can
So that's not
boil
the
water,
answer.
you fucking retard. Why would you bring purified water? Why would you waste your answer on that? Just boil it.
That wasn't my answer. It would have just been easier. So that's my answer. A knife. A good old-fashioned knife would go a long way.
Okay, real quick, Tanner, were you watching the stream? I heard an alert, and I don't see any alerts. I don't know what it was for. So.
Nothing came across.
Okay, yikes. If someone just did something, it's not showing up. So, anyways, whatever. Hopefully, I didn't miss anything important. It might be like a raid or something. Doesn't matter. Okay, so this is an interesting question. You're both on an abandoned island. You're both allowed to bring one thing. What is it? Fuck, that's so hard. A tent. I'd bring a tent. You have the knife. I'll bring the tent. It's not bad.
Oh, we're not a team here. Why do you think we're a team? We're competing against each other to survive the longest. So I have a weapon. You have a tent.
Oh.
Sleep in your tent. I'll slit your throat in the middle of the
Are we
night.
PvPing on this abandoned island?
It's a PvP island.
Okay,
New rules.
bitch.
It's a PvP
Ooh,
island.
bet. That changes everything. Okay.
Does it?
If we're PvPing, my one item I bring is night vision goggles. Here's what I do.
Okay, Crim 6.
I wait until you're asleep. I put on my night vision goggles. It's an abandoned island. There is no source of light, period. There's no light. There's
The
none.
moon. There is a moon
Okay,
overhead.
well, I'll wait. Hey, I'll wait till it's foggy out. I'll wait till there's a cloud or two in the sky, and you have no moonlight. It's pitch black, bitch. I put on my night vision goggles. I've been scouring this island the entire time we've been here, defending your attacks.
How long have we been there?
Stealing your food doesn't matter. And then once I know where you are, I wait until the dead of night, 3 a.m., which is the time when most people are asleep. I put on my night vision
It's the
goggles.
devil's hour, so.
I walk over to whatever dumb hovel you've constructed to sleep in. And I don't need a weapon. I laugh at your knife. I laugh that you brought it. Here, you know what I do? I go in there butt-ass naked. I grab your knife and I kill you with it.
Jeez, dude.
I kill you with it. I just stab your jugular repeatedly.
Is this in game?
And this is my knife now. And then I just run the island. Now, if we're being serious, again, the item I bring is a tent. Who survives the longest? Probably Tanner. I don't know dick all about outwoodsing.
Can you even set up a tent if you had one?
No.
Without the directions?
No.
Yeah.
No. Now, if I'm on an abandoned island and I have nothing to do for 24 hours a day, I would eventually figure it out. But I'm not good at shit like that, so it would take me way longer than it should. But eventually I'll get it set up.
So your theory is great, right? Killing me in the middle of the night.
Yes.
But like, who said that? But like, I need more gunny said in chat. How about this? Tanner kills you in the daytime. You're already dead by the time you find where I'm hiding. Because I'll have already killed you.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll have killed you.
Not.
I will have killed you day one.
If we go heads up, dude, I'm gonna strangle you. I'm gonna separate you from your consciousness, just like Jake Down. I'll get into the octagon with Jake Down and I'll darce him, right? And then that fight's over. And then we get on this abandoned island a month later and I'll darce you too, dude. I'll darce you both.
Dude, I'm killing you and eating your body on the first day. So
Okay,
so we got there because our plane crashed, right? I'm day one. I already had my meal in the airplane. I'm stuffed. I'm still killing you and eating you. Don't care. First day.
We're taking a first class airliner to Sentinel Island. Okay.
We flew Spirit Airlines. Didn't end well. So
Holy shit.
we crashed in the middle of the ocean. Spirit Airlines, we are looking for a podcast sponsorship, by the way.
We are, yeah.
So so I kill you day one. I cook your body. I take a few bites and I leave the rest of it. Don't care. I'll starve to death 2 weeks later. I don't need it.
Disrespectful.
It's the most disrespectful thing I can imagine. Yeah.
That's so disrespectful.
Even more disrespectful,
even
killing
finish
you, burning your body, not even eating
leave
you.
leftovers.
Just spit on it and leave it for the animals. You dog shit kid. Yeah,
Oh
day
my
one
God.
before sunset. Absolutely shit on.
Holy shit, that's funny. Yeah, okay. Tanner probably survives the longest. I have no reservations about cannibalism, though. I would try human meat. No problem. The only ethical question there is if the person was killed for the purposes of eating. That's not great. But if
It's not great.
if someone just got hit by a car and they wanted to donate their body to a Michelin 3-star restaurant, I'd try it. Yeah. As long as like the meat was ethically sourced. Then I would try it.
Is it organic?
I don't find, probably not if they're American. I don't find that like weird. Like meat is meat, dude. A cow and a human being, they're just animals. I don't know. It doesn't
Dude,
bother
we're
me.
probably going to be eating meat pretty soon at some point in our life. Grass-fed human, vegetarians
I eat meat.
cost more.
I ate meat today. What do you mean?
Human meat.
Oh, okay.
Human meat, dude.
Oh, because America's burning. Is that the joke?
The whole world is going down, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
We'll for sure keep that in mind. Okay. Good question, Corey. Tanner survives longer than me, though. Unless he's the dumbest person ever. I'm not good at, like, camping and being outside.
Have you been camping ever?
Yeah, a couple times. Hated it every time.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't
guys-
stress this enough. I hated it
You
every
guys probably
time.
went to the campground at Benelli Park.
No. We went to...
Your dad packed
Bass
the van
Lake,
and you
I
guys
think is
drove
what
2
it's
miles. Oh, that's a nice lake. I haven't been there. It's nice
not
though.
a
I've heard
nice
about
lake.
it.
It's
No,
not
it's
a
not.
nice
Okay.
lake. No,
Got
it's
it.
not. I hated that trip.
Okay.
I liked the people I was with. I just
Here's the
hated
thing.
the locale.
If you're under the age of 18, those trips aren't fun.
That
ever.
too. Actually, that too.
If you're 14 years old going on a family trip when you just want to stay home and play Halo 2, of
Yeah.
course you're going to hate it, you
That's
know?
a good point. That's a good point.
That's why when we used to go camping in our trailer in Utah, I would bring my PlayStation 2 and I would game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I still don't want to camp though, but I would like
Okay.
it more now because I would just, I'd bring liquor, I'd bring mushrooms as seasoning. Obviously, I wouldn't dare.
And game.
I wouldn't imply that I would break any laws because that would be against the terms of service. So I would bring mushrooms, probably 3.5 grams of them, and take them.
Jesus.
But of course, I'm
Okay.
talking about portobello mushrooms to put
Yeah.
on top of a steak or something.
Oh, yeah.
So
Render those down with maybe some onion, some diced onion in there. Onion and mushroom.
you're an onion mushroom. Okay. Jesus. King Camper and Dr. J-Web are not done yet. 10 more subs each. Boys, chill. Jesus, dude. 55 this month from each of the boys.
Jesus.
You guys are animals, dude. Chill. King Camper, Dr. J-Web, dude. Thank you, boys, so much. I genuinely am deeply honored, humbled, and privileged. That is a lot of support tonight. We've broken a I can't talk. We've broken a record for most subs in a day this evening, thanks to King Camper and Dr. J-Web. And it is much appreciated. Yeah. King and Dr. J-Web, thank you, boys. For real. I really fucking mean it, and I really love you guys. That is a lot of support, and it's fucking nuts, and it does not go without saying that I really appreciate you guys being here and the support. I've always said this: if you're just here listening and hanging out, that's all the support I need. But money helps too, obviously. So thank you very much, and it is very much appreciated. And thank you again. You guys are nuts. Hannah got a gifted sub, and so did Michael. Big Titty Mike 12, by the way, who got a gifted sub. That's the guy I was the best man for. He only got a gifted sub now because that's how little he's been in my chat. But nonetheless,
He's such dog shit.
He's the worst. He's the worst person who's ever existed. But nonetheless, there it is.
Remember when he used to play video games with us? Actually, that was crazy.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. So anyway.
Siri's gonna sub to me in person. Yeah, he's just gonna hand me a $5 bill so Twitch doesn't take the rest.
Tip you at the hardware store. Hey, thanks for showing me where the fucking toolkit
Oh my God.
is. Here's
Yeah.
$5. Yeah.
Oh, toolkit. Let's not call it that.
I don't care.
You're dumb. Yeah, you wouldn't last.
Yeah, you
a
work
camping
at a
trip.
hardware store. Of course you'd survive longer than me. You know how mechanical things work.
Oh, more than you. That's not saying much, though.
That is not saying much. That's very true. Let's move to this next question here. Zerosio asks a very good question. I'm interested to hear Tanner's thoughts. What game mode that does not exist in Call of Duty but is in another game? It can be a party mode, PvP, or PvE. Okay. Would you like to see in Cold War? For example, Halo with Oddball. Now, before you answer this, Tanner, Oddball from Halo is in Call of Duty. It is called Team Defender. It is the worst game mode conceivable for Call of Duty. In Halo, it's a skull. It's called the Oddball. You have to be carrying the oddball. You get points for carrying it. In Call of Duty, it's team defender. You have to be carrying the flag. And then you get points for carrying it. I mean, the worst game mode. So definitely not Halo oddball, but also not a good example because that is, in fact, in Call of Duty. But the thrust of your question is well taken. So, Tanner, your thoughts?
I have no clue. I can't think of the last time I played a multiplayer game that wasn't like a battle royale
Is there
or a
something
game
in
like Call of
Battlefield?
Duty.
Is there something in Battlefield that would be...
I mean, it's conquest mode, but then you need like 32 or 64 players with tanks, attack helicopters. So, I mean,
It's
they're
basically
basically
ground
already
war,
doing
isn't it?
that.
Yeah.
They're basically already doing that. Yeah, that's why I can't think of anything.
Right.
I mean, Battlefield, I play a lot of PUBG. Hey, how about we bring Fortnite building to it?
An actual
Honestly, can't think of
capture the
anything.
flag
I mean,
by Jake Down.
all first-person shooter games I play are always just like 5 versus 5 battle royale. It's always just the same. It's just a different game. It's always the same game mode though. Basically, you know what I mean?
There's not much you can really change up with game modes in an FPS.
There's not. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a bunch of things you can do if you thought about it, but a bunch of them would just be garbage.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know. I really can't think of anything. Do you have any ideas?
No, not really, honestly.
It's a tough question.
The only thing I really thought of was like destroyable environments like Battlefield, but that's not a game mode. That's like a mechanic. Another thing I thought of though was like Battlefield where you're in a squad of 4, but you can res your teammates. That might be cool in Ground War. Where you get downed like you do in Warzone and you're resable or you can give up. I don't know if that would be a different game mode, but it's a thought I had.
You know what? What's that new fire team mode coming? Maybe maybe you can res in that new fire team mode in Cold War, where it's like 10 teams of 4. That would almost make sense. Actually.
Yeah.
So I think the game mode you want is in Cold War. I don't know. I have no ideas. I mean, even like Call of Duty 4, I literally played TDM, Domination, or mostly Search and Destroy. That's it. It's like there's no
And
other
Hardpoint,
game modes.
right?
Well, not back then. I don't honestly don't think Hardpoint wasn't even in Call of Duty 4. It may have been on console, but console and PC were essentially different games. It wasn't on PC.
Interesting.
So,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, I've got no ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't either. I just think we haven't had enough experience with other games. Because like I'm seeing Griffball, which is a variant of Halo something. The name sounds so familiar, I don't remember the rules. And then Gears of War Guardian, I don't know what that is. So yeah, I don't know. I just have no ideas. Anyways, let's move on. Next question here from C. Brown. Why did Sledgehammer get the boot? Or did they? World War II was a solid game, and I feel like that dev team should be featured in future titles more so than Raven. To add to that, what was, in your opinion, the best gameplay feature in World War II? Interesting question, Tanner.
Well, I almost can't answer this question because I played World War II for like 4 hours and it's dead now, so I can't even find a lobby. So that's why I have like a negative view on it. I also know a ton of people hated that game in general. That was either like I feel like people either loved that game or they absolutely hated it and they thought it was like the worst COD ever at the time. Which the Call of Duty fan base says every year, by the way.
The problem is when World War II came out, it was way different than what it is now. And I never played it when it first came out, so I don't have that sour taste in my mouth. Because when I started playing World War II, it was after all of the improvements that everyone liked.
Yeah, didn't they like fire their lead dev or something, or something like that, or they turned it around mid-game? Something happened like that.
They did like major changes, like fundamental changes to that game, which made it a lot better. So.
Why did Sledgehammer get the boot? I believe they did get the boot, didn't they? Isn't that what the rumors were? Was that their game basically wasn't coming along well?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I get Sledgehammer and Raven mixed up all the time.
Well, whoever was developing this game, because somebody was
Yes,
developing this
someone got
game, and
the
they're like,
boot.
okay,
Yeah.
well, get the fuck out of here. Treyarch's coming in. Vundy Bop is going to finish this game.
Vundy Boffers, yeah.
So they weren't doing something correctly. And coming from Activision, dog shit company, by the way, to say, hey, get lost. Treyarch is developing this game. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but they weren't doing something correctly. I know that much.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me like they got the boot. I don't know. I wonder what type of game they were even developing. Like, was it even
think the
this
why
game?
Is probably the timetable. I think they might have just been too slow, maybe. It's really hard to say. I mean, it's basically impossible to say. Like, how would we know?
Yeah, it'd be super interesting to know, like, the ins of game development like this.
Yeah. So if you're a game dev, hit my DMs. I can leak what your info is without compromising you. I've done it
because I
before.
feel like, I feel like this
I've done it
video game.
before. Don't laugh.
I know.
Don't
It's
laugh.
just funny how you said I've done it before.
I have done it
Cocksucker.
before with multiple sources, by the way.
I feel like the video game development industry is like so secretive. Like they don't tell us anything, right? I don't know.
True.
So it would be super interesting to know things like that, but maybe it's out there and we don't know about it.
So, in your very limited experience with World War II, what did you like most about it?
Nothing. It was the worst game I've ever played. The graphics were terrible.
You're such a cunt. You're such a
The whole
You're
menu,
dumb.
the whole menu and everything is awful. Well, like I said, it's dead, right? It's dead on PC. The only lobby you can find is Shipment, and I don't want to play Shipment in World War II. Okay, if I want to experience a Call of Duty I haven't played,
You can still play TDM.
I want it to be on normal maps.
You can still play TDM.
But TDM is disgusting. I'd rather just not play the game and uninstall it than play Team Deathmatch.
Fair. Okay. I'll answer this question. Yeah, I have no idea about Sledgehammer. Or why they got the boot. World War II was a solid game. Of World War II, BO4, and MW, World War II is my favorite by a factor of like 2. Like
That's crazy.
It's twice as good as either BO4 or MW. I still don't know which of those two games is worse.
Okay, well, let me say something here. You've also played that game for a 20th of the amount of time you've played the other
Less
two
than that,
games.
probably, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's not a very fair point. You stupid bitch.
Maybe. Probably not, though. Because when I started playing World War II, I had a pretty keen eye for what I liked and what I didn't like. So what is the best gameplay feature in World War II? There's no feature that's particularly good. It had leaning, which is a cool feature. What I really like about World War II is the visibility, the movement, and the time to kill, and the weapon balance. I actually quite like that about World War II. None of those are features, though. So as far as features go, I don't really have an answer for you, to be honest. But I just liked the time to kill. Like I said, the visibility, the weapon balance was in general good. But I didn't play it until it was like in its 3rd year. So this is after all the balancing changes and whatever improvements were made. So I'll say this. My favorite gameplay feature of that first-person shooter game is that I could see enemies in the first-person shooter game to shoot at with my gun in the first-person shooter game. That's a cool feature. It's a cool feature to allow you to see other players so that you can shoot at them in the first-person shooter game. That's my favorite gameplay feature. So, good question. Next one. Couple more, Tanner? What are you thinking?
Yeah, sounds good. Maybe just finish off this page or something.
page,
These
okay.
last couple.
We could do that. Steel Switch asks, you find yourself in the middle of a zombie apocalyptic world and you need to stock up on supplies and only have time to break into one store. Which would it be? REI, Costco, a grocery store, or any other place of your choosing? What would it be? Interesting question, because you could raid a grocery store, you could raid a hardware supply store, maybe a franchise chain hardware store that you might be familiar with, Tanner.
It's certainly fucking possible.
Maybe like a gun store that sells like weapons and ammunition.
Yeah, that's so. Get on with the question. That's a 30 IQ thought. So
Okay.
Are you done? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
If your answer is not Costco or a grocery store, you're dumb. Okay. Unless you're a West Coast liberal elite like yourself. Listen, I already have a fucking arsenal, right?
Costco is the wrong answer.
Right? I don't have to go to the gun store. I have an arsenal. Okay? So I'm not doing that. I'm going to Costco. I can hold out there, dude. I've had this conversation with Gabriel, Ben, and Joey numerous times. We all agree Costco's the spot to go. We all said, there's a zombie outbreak. We're going to Costco. We're stocking up on supplies. We're bringing an arsenal. We're putting metal steel plates on our vehicles. And we're going to camp out on the shelves of Costco.
Of course you guys talked about this.
So if the zombies are coming, you know what I'm doing? They're down below me. I'm up. I'm fucking gunning them down. You know, I got an axe, my K-bar maybe, stabbing them in the top of their fucking head. That's what I'm doing.
What is a K-bar?
A knife. What is going to a gun store gonna do? It's not gonna feed you, right? What happens when you run out of food? You gonna eat your parents? You gonna kill your own mother and eat her? You dumb piece of shit. You're such garbage. You go to Costco.
Wasn't my
you
answer,
need the food.
Okay.
You need the food. That's number one.
So the correct answer here, obviously, is Walmart. Why do I pick Walmart? Because
let me hear your answer, because I'm going to prove you wrong.
In addition to all the food I could want,
I got the buzzer ready.
In addition to all the food I could want, they also carry Armalite 15s.
Not in California. Wrong.
They used to. Did they ban it?
They don't anymore. They did.
Fuck.
Walmart stopped carrying guns in California like 3 years ago.
You knew where I was going with that?
Of course, because you're a dumb bitch. You're a West Coast liberal cunt. You're dumb.
Okay, if I could raid
they sell
one
ammo
store,
still. They don't sell guns anymore.
If I could raid one store, it would be Tanner's house because he has an arsenal and he also has food in his pantry. And
I don't believe me. I don't have much food.
Okay. No, I would still pick Walmart, even if that's true. I'd get all the ammo and hope I can find a gun somewhere outside. Probably can't. Doesn't matter.
No, it's another good one.
But there's a
Bass
bunch
Pro
of food.
Shop.
So
Bass Pro Shop, because they carry
Really?
food as well. Camping supplies. Ooh, dude, that's the spot.
Dick's Sporting Goods?
No, Dick's is too small. Have you been
What
to Bass
about-
Pro
no,
Shop
no,
in
no.
Victoria Gardens?
What about Big Five? Is that what it's called? Is
You
it
don't
called
leave
Big
your
Five?
house. Big Five is smaller than my house. You were not going there. Have you been to Bass Pro Shop in Victoria Gardens? I'm not kidding. It's like 40,000
Stop
square
talking.
feet
Don't-
at least.
Don't ever ask me.
It's probably
Don't
100,000 square feet.
I'm muting you. You're muted. Don't ever ask me again if I've been to, quote, Bass Pro Shop. Like some river rat, white trash, piece of absolute shit like you. Of course I've never been to Bass Pro Shop. You're unmuted. Go ahead.
He's so mad.
I'm furious.
Hold on. I'm listening to what you're saying still.
Oh, you couldn't hear me? My bad.
No, it mutes everything because Go XLRs are garbage.
Okay.
Oh my God. You're so dumb. Well, anyways, they have a ton of camping supplies there. They have guns. They have ammo. They have a ton of snacks. Backpacking food. Oh, dude, that's the spot. That's better than Costco for sure.
How big is it?
Okay, so you've been in Costco. So the size of Costco,
Twice.
make that a little bit larger, and then on top of that, add a second floor.
What about
That's
IKEA?
That's half the size of the bottom.
Does
what are you gonna do in
IKEA?
IKEA?
Do they sell
Sleep on
guns?
a fucking bed? Jesus Christ.
I could sleep in a new
They're
bed every night
Swedes.
until I'm
They're
eaten by
Swedes. They
zombies.
sell crappy furniture and meatballs. That's it.
Okay.
You're so dumb.
We'll keep that in mind.
You better hope there's not a zombie apocalypse because you are fucked.
Real talk, if there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm waiting till all my friends or family die. If I don't die first, which is unlikely, but if I don't, and all my friends and family are dead, by the way, not a long list, I am swallowing bullets, dude. I'm gonna kill myself so fast, your head will fucking spin.
In game?
In game, of course. I'm not trying to live out a life as some hermit with no internet access. Like, if I could live in this room without anyone else and there's no other human beings anymore, I would not kill myself, probably. At least not for a while. Because I could entertain myself. There's no multiplayer, though. Fuck, that would be rough. Doesn't matter.
Everyone would just think you're dead because you don't leave your house. They would, like, all the zombies would see your dumb Scion TC with his front and rear bumper coming off. And they say, oh, this guy's been dead for years. Look at it. The car has dust all over it. There's cobwebs on the tires. It hasn't moved, right? They're like, so let's just go to the next house. Hey, let's go to Michael Joshua McCoy's house with a Make America Great flag and kill his parents.
Yeah.
How about that, you know?
True.
They're going to skip over your house.
True. That's a good point. Great question.
Another banger from Steel Switch.
Yeah, that's a banger for sure. All right, so last one for this evening. Nick Can, 86, the artist, man of God, preacher. But in the same zombie apocalypse, who survives longer, and what's your general survival plan? Tanner.
Well, obviously, okay, we know I'm surviving longer, obviously. He's not surviving at all unless he has me or somebody with a brain, right? I think the general survival plan is looting up, of course, gearing up, getting your arsenal, maybe armoring up your vehicle. I don't know how I do that. You got to think you can only use things around your house, right?
Zombies don't shoot guns, though. You don't need to armor your vehicle that much.
No, but they'll run and they'll fucking bounce against it. Come on, dude. Have you ever played H1Z1? You haven't. So you don't know how to survive a zombie apocalypse. Gabriel and I do.
Okay, go on.
So I'm probably like taking apart things from my house that have metal on them. Maybe my air conditioning unit outside. I'm ripping that off, attaching that to my vehicle. You know, maybe putting it over the front windshield, just cutting out some holes so I can see. I'm going to Costco. You know, I'm going to go to both now since I can pick more than one. I'm going to Costco to stock up on food. I'm going to Bass Pro Shop to stock up on everything else. I'm going to get a bunch of gas cans and I'm driving. I'm not going to sit somewhere. Driving to the middle of the desert and I'm going to camp out. And no zombie will make it to me for years, right? Yeah. Hey, all these dumb zombie apocalypse movies. Just go to the desert, forehead. You know how much open desert is in California? Miles and miles and miles.
True.
The biggest desert outside of Africa. I think that's true. I don't know. I think it's actually true.
What about Texas?
Texas is dog shit, so.
Okay. We'll keep that
we should look that up. Somebody find that.
Yeah, someone in chat will research this, but
anyways, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to the middle of the desert. I'm camping out. I'm eating all of my food. I'm cooking foods and I'm surviving. When I get bored and I need stuff, I'll go in town. I'll run the zombies over. I'll stab them with my K-bar. I'll gun them down. I'll restock and then I'll go back out there. It's that simple, you know?
Okay.
It's pretty easy.
Well, probably not, but we'll keep it in mind. So So in a zombie apocalypse, you guys know me pretty well if you've been listening to this podcast for a while. I have no discernible skills whatsoever. I have no skills, right? But I do have one discernible skill, which is that I am generally, to some people, a likable guy. So what would I do? I would hope that some cell phone towers are still intact. I would at everyone in the Discord and say, hey guys, your favorite host of the hottest up and coming podcast in gaming, the Dropshot here. I'm going to die very soon. And I would write this exactly. And I would say, and I can't stress this enough, very soon, if I don't get help now, because I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to fish. I've never seen a gun in real life. I've never killed a man. I don't know how to hunt. I don't know how to fashion a spear out of wood. I can scarcely start a fire. Probably actually couldn't without a match. I can't do anything. I'm a boy with a boy tummy, and I need help now. So if you like me, hey, I'll come to your compound, people who have discernible skills, and I'll be the court jester. I'll do impromptu podcasts and teach your children about deontology and utilitarianism and a bunch of other completely useless trivia for you and the entire compound community. Maybe I'll fuck your wives. I wouldn't mention that. If you will allow me to come to your compound and not shoot me on sight. That is my discernible skill, persuasion. I would do this and I would say, please, I need help. Let me in. And someone would take me up on it. And then I would just be chilling, dude. I would be chilling. Because I don't have skills, but I have the skill of tricking people with skills into thinking it is a good idea to help me out. It wouldn't be a bad idea to help me out, but I wouldn't bring anything of value. Right? I guess if there's no internet and there's no electricity, I could, again, be a jester, like a court jester, that the king on a whim decides if he lives or dies based on each performance. That would be my life in the new compound that I find myself in. I would just do a song and dance and hope that you guys don't just gun me down in the middle of the fucking campfire. That's what I would do in a zombie apocalypse. Because there's no actual thing I could do. Like, I'm not self-sufficient. I'm the farthest 28-year-old from self-sufficient that has ever existed. So that's what I would do. That would be my plan. And I would hope it works, because if it didn't, I would die quickly. So
that's actually it's actually a good thought, dude. You agree, and you know damn well that you're garbage, and the only way you're going to survive is to just talk to people.
I'm
but also
super aware of that. Yeah.
Like you kind of just said, you'd be better off dead because there's no multiplayer video games. What are you going to do? Just kill yourself.
That too. In game, of course. Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah. It is bad risk reward, Gunny, but otherwise I'm just gonna die. There's no chance that I survive without considerable help. So I would have to just roll the dice. Even if it's a 2% chance, I have to just send it. So anyways, you want to cap it off there, TDS?
I want to throw in a fact. The Mojave Desert in California, it's by far the largest desert in the United States.
Really?
By far, it says.
Interesting.
The biggest desert in the U.S.
Interesting.
The biggest desert in California? Wait, what? Forget. I don't know. I don't know what this is saying. Anyways, that's it.
Series, I'm a huge fan of self-checkouts, by the way. I sympathize with your son also.
You can't with alcohol, though.
You can't, yeah, unfortunately. I wouldn't say I'm autistic. I genuinely think I might be somewhere on the spectrum. I really hate... maybe I wouldn't say that. I don't know. But I sympathize with your son about getting frustrated in checkout lines. I fucking hate these people. I used to be one of them, by the way. I worked at a grocery store. I was one of those people. Most of them are fine, nice people, obviously. My mom is one. But the whole rigmarole of, oh, how are you today? Are you a member of Sam's Club Rewards? Please insert your phone number. Make sure your mask is on. We have to social distance. Stand on the sticker. Oh, did you insert your PIN? Go ahead and try it again. Okay, the insert's not working. Go ahead and swipe. Would you like your receipt? Are you playing the Monopoly game? Do you want tickets?
Yeah.
Do you want the employee tickets or the customer? Shut up. Give me my shit. Let me go.
Jesus.
It's so dumb.
You sound like Alex Jones there.
God, it's so dumb.
So let's make one thing clear, though. The employees at Sam's Club don't speak. That's why they work at Sam's Club. They're dog shit. They don't talk to anybody. Now, Costco, there's a difference. because Costco treats their employees well and cares about them, so they have good employees for the most part. Sam's Club, they don't care. So let's keep that in mind. Also, I'm going to go to your mom's grocery store and check out and call her a stupid bitch to her face like you do, just to see what her response is. Bag my stuff, you dumb bitch.
I don't know what she would do. She knows I'm joking when I say it, so I don't know how she would react if you did it. That would be fucking funny. I don't think she knows what you look like, so she'd be like, what? Who is this
funny.
kid? Yeah, of course, serious. I'm being actually serious, by the way. I'm not memeing. I genuinely sympathize with that position, but it's cool. Yeah. It's cool that self-checkout is an option for sure. So yeah, we'll leave it there for this evening, TDS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and go live. I'm going to wrap this bitch up. Okay, so we have plenty more questions, which we will get to, of course, as always. You guys know that. For now, we're going to read some iTunes reviews. If you rate the podcast 5 stars on iTunes, you can write whatever you want, and we'll read it. Just like I'm going to do right now. From DRock40. DRock is the name of an assistant for Gary Vaynerchuk. Curious if you bit this from that person, or if you work for Gary Vaynerchuk. By the way, DRock40, if you're the DRock who works for Gary V, DM me. Because you have clout, and I want to leech it. Nonetheless, you're probably not. The title of this review is Informative and Mostly Entertaining. Okay, kind of a neg there to harken back to our last section. I've been listening for about a month or so. I unsubscribed almost immediately when Raz kept blowing the air horn and ranting. Like that? Like that, D-Rock? You stupid bitch. That's interesting, though, actually. I've tried to tone it back unsuccessfully. What I'm curious about is if you don't like my ranting, you couldn't have made it past one episode. The entire podcast is me ranting. Am I bugging, Tanner? How did this happen?
Yeah, that's actually crazy. You're not bugging at all.
It's so weird that he's like almost unsubscribed because of the ranting. The ranting is the whole podcast. So, okay, D-Rock, you're going to have to explain yourself. Join the fucking Discord and explain yourself, which I've conveniently linked for you in the chat. And, of course, is in the show notes. Thankfully, I fast-forwarded a few minutes and actually got into content. I enjoy the reviews, Q&A, and almost the rest of the podcast. How do you like the Q&A and you also don't like ranting? I don't get it. Yeah. I don't know what he means by ranting because we obviously have different definitions. Because the Q&A is entirely ranting. We get a question, then we rant about it. Like, I was going to recommend or suggest to this guy that he only listen on Wednesdays because Wednesdays is all, like, news and, like, patch notes and shit. That's what I thought this guy was the type of listener. I thought he was that type of listener, which is totally fine. Not everyone's going to like me ranting or me blowing air horns. I totally get that, and I don't fault you for that. In which case, I would say just listen on Wednesday. But if you like the Q&A, I don't understand you. I really enjoyed the marathon session of the Cold War review. Nice. It was so deep, even a certain BWC, big white cock, could not have reached the bottom. Okay. True, we missed some things. I feel like my gameplay's improved since I've started listening and implementing the things that have been discussed. Keep it up, guys. Okay. Well, D-Rock, I liked this review. It was honest and refreshing and interesting. And thank you for writing it. Yeah, I was going to say listen on Wednesdays, but if you like the Q&A, then listen to everything, I guess. I don't know what you mean by ranting. That's my takeaway, but thank you. You stupid bitch. Ben from Bennett. Okay, don't change it. It's clever if you're actually Ben from Bennett. Went from okay to great with one podcast. This is the worst review I've ever read. This podcast is great for in-depth looks at guns and explores various aspects of the game I wouldn't think about. That is a very high compliment, by the way. That's what we aim to do here, so I appreciate that. This is where it goes downhill fast. For episode 63, it was a very welcome change, not hearing the main host complain aimlessly, it is not aimless, about the game and the need to wrangle his member while he breaks to go use the bathroom. Good job, Tanner.
Damn.
Yikes. That's a yikes review. That's a shit review. And Ben from Bennett, I'm banning you from the Discord as soon as I find you. The only problem I actually have here, I don't complain aimlessly. I complain pointedly with an incisive, clear criticism. Very pointedly. So, suck my cock, Ben from Bennett. Now I want you to change it because I'm mad at you. Not really. No, but for real, thank you for this review. I'm glad you enjoyed episode 63 with TDS and Jake Down. I am also curious what you why you think it's aimless complaints. Do I complain aimlessly, Tanner? Am I bugging?
You complain, yeah, that's for sure.
Is it aimless?
I don't know if I'd call it aimless. Don't get me wrong, you're complete and utter dog shit. But yeah, I don't think it's aimless.
Anyways, Ben from Bennett, in all seriousness, thank you for the review, dude. Thank you for the analytics. It is much appreciated. And Tanner, that's a compliment. Good job, dude. So now we're going to wrap up. We're going to get some Warzone dubs in store. Are we being joined by Jake Down this evening?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Remember to follow me on Twitter at Razinon, on Twitch, twitch.tv/Razinon, and on Instagram at RazinontTTV. Tanner, where the fuck can we find you?
Twitter at Tanner Dropshot, twitch.tv/Tanner Dropshot.
Fantastic. If you have Amazon Prime, make a Twitch account, link it in the Twitch settings, and you can subscribe to someone for free every month. It will give the streamer money. It will not cost you any money. So make sure you do that. Do it to Tanner, by the way, because I've been getting all of the offline subs. Tanner's been getting none. Let's change
You
that.
also got 113 today. So
I did also get 113 today.
We'll keep that in mind for sure.
For sure, keep that in mind. I've asked Tanner 3 separate times to host the podcast so he can get in on this, and he just refuses to. So I don't feel bad about it. It's Tanner's fault at this point.
I'll keep that in mind for sure.
Keep it in mind. Also, rate us 5 stars on iTunes. That helps a lot with the analytics. And if you write a review and beg for money, plug your Twitch channel, I'll read it. I don't care. Just rate us 5 stars. On YouTube, please subscribe to me. Search for Razinon. Search for the Dropshot. We're getting pretty close to monetizing on YouTube, and it's fire. I'm posting a lot more clips now of the pod for you to share with your dumb fuck friends. We've got some gameplay breakdowns that we've been posting, which have been super popular amongst the community. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube. We also have 2 merch stores, clothing, accessories, etc. Check those out. The links are in the show notes, as with everything else here. Of course, join the fucking Discord. Remember, if you're in the Discord, you could win a copy of Cold War Ultimate Edition, a $90 value, 90 United States dollars. So join the fucking Discord, go to the announcements page, click the exclamation point, just read the announcement. It'll be obvious what you need to do, and you can win. And then lastly, second to lastly, consider joining the Patreon for bonus episodes and more. Patreon.com/thedropshot. 4 bonus episodes a month, $5 a month. Very little expense to you, a lot of extra shit for you. Patreon is also the best way to support us monetarily because we see the highest percentage of each dollar that comes from Patreon, and it goes to both of us. Because if you sub to me on Twitch, Tanner doesn't see any, and vice versa. If you join our Patreon, the money goes to both of us, and we get the highest percentage of that $5. It's like 98% or something. So if you want to support with money, you don't have to. If you want to, do it on Patreon first, because it's the best thing for you, because you get a bunch of bonus shit, and it's best for us. It's a win-win situation. And then if you're already a patron and you want to piss away more money, great. Sub on YouTube, or excuse me, sub on YouTube, but sub on Twitch, cheer, gift subs, great. do Patreon first for your benefit and for ours. Trust me. Patreon.com/thedropshot. And last but certainly, of course not least, an extra special thank you to our Damascus patrons. Mr. Salmonella, Jay Pritch, Slivovitz, Jake Down, Zerosio, Rainman, Sandstoner, Tequila Sir Rockingbird, Face Esquire, Gift Curse, Adam H, Sniff Sniff Hambone, change it, Jimmy M, Von Trapp, Chase H, Aussie Menace, Vesterg, Godadote, Josh V. Yikes. This guy's name is Change It. The name of this Damascus patron is Change It. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. Dreves, by the way. Dreves, Civ, Young Douglas, Dread Pirate Roberts, can't see the whole name, Sly, Dr. J Webb, Patrick C, Derek R, Wade M, It's the Pickle, That Dirty Clap, Chase H, Killicam, Pre-Shock, Garrett S, Michael C, Jada Pinkett, Lemur Party, and an extra special double thank you with sugar on top to our one and only Obsidian patron, the patriarch of the Dropshot Call of Duty podcast, the Vaping Viking. Also, Dr. J Webb, King Camper, especially for the support tonight. Thank you, boys, for showing out. We're gonna go get some Warzone dubs, so we'll see you shortly at Tanner's Twitch channel. I'm gonna raid it, but for those of you listening, thank you all for watching and listening. Have an excellent evening, of course, and remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe because in addition to full episodes like this, we've also got clips from the show, as well as gameplay breakdowns and more on the channel. The show is streamed live on twitch.tv/Razinon every Wednesday and Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So give us a follow over there. Make sure to turn on notifications and you can chat with us live during the podcast. And of course, we are available wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for the Dropshot on your favorite podcast app and make sure to give us a follow. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. And as always, remember, stay humble.